Hey everyone, in January we've been talking about living on purpose, living with some assignment, some mission, understanding that. And the first week we talked about how living on purpose, even if we aren't doing that, even if we aren't living on purpose, something is driving us. In fact, when we aren't living on purpose, something is always driving us. Guilt, fear, anger, anxiety. And the question is, where's it driving us to? And so the bottom line was we decided, hey, that living on purpose is the path to peace. If you didn't see that, go back and find that video. And then last week we talked about the things that bring us the greatest joy are really aligned with our purpose. And as we dug a little deeper there, what we decided was our consumption increases proportionally with our dissatisfaction of life. So the more we find ourselves consuming, whether that's Netflix or McDonald's, the more dissatisfied we are with our life. And that really ties into purpose and spreading around the joy. So today, I thought we would just write out, have a formula, figure it out, what is our purpose, make a mission statement, do something like that. And I think everyone needs to do that. But we're not going to do that today. So if that's something you want to do, I'm happy to do that with you. If you want a partner in that, if you want someone to support you in that, I have some ways that I go about that. So I'm happy to do that with you. Just reach out to me, either in a direct message or in the comments, and we'll make a plan to jump on Zoom and do that together. But today I want us to take a little different slant. And I want us to think about the fact that this idea of living on purpose, living on a mission, is a privilege. It's an honor. Having an assignment, understanding that that's true of us, that's a privilege and that's an honor, and it's incredibly satisfying. But there's a but it costs something. We don't often talk about the fact that when you live on purpose, when you live on a mission, when you are clear on your assignment and go for your assignment, it costs something. There's a price to be paid. Now, when you live an unintentional life, right, when you just bounce around, you kind of accept everything and do nothing, right? That's the unintentional life. You say, oh, it is what it is. But if you're living intentionally, if you're living with a purpose, if you're living on a mission, then you begin to embrace only the things that will add to that mission, add to that purpose, add to that assignment. So you're saying no to some things. When you live on purpose, you no longer say, oh, somebody needs to do something about that. And instead, you start to say, what am I going to do about that? So it requires action. So some of the cost for living on purpose is we say no to some things and we move forward on some things. We push ourselves to take some action. I heard a guy one time, and I can't remember who it is, but he taught people to say before they got out of bed every morning, 50 times, say, do it now, do it now, do it now. So for 30 days, 50 times every morning, do it now, do it now, do it now. And the idea was he was putting in us this urgency to take action. Because when you live on purpose, when you live on a mission, when you have an assignment, you have to take action. There's this comic strip with a little kid that's shooting bow and arrows at the back fence, the wooden fence. And he pulls back the string, he lets the arrow fly, it sticks in the fence, and then he takes a marker and goes over to the fence and draws a circle around it. So that every time he shoots an arrow, he hits a bullseye. That's kind of living an unintentional life, right? That's how it looks when we live an unintentional life. It doesn't matter where things land. We just call it a bullseye. Doesn't matter. So that's a little different perspective than, okay, now we have a bullseye we're looking at and we keep making action steps that get us there. Living on purpose requires some results, right? It requires some results. So there's a cost to living on purpose. The cost is we say no to a lot of things. We take action on a lot of things and we expect results. When you begin to anticipate that you can and you will make a difference, when you begin to anticipate that you can and you will make a difference, You prepare differently. You show up differently. So what I wanted us to land on today, instead of here's your purpose, let's make a statement, let's make a mission statement, let's find it. What I wanted us to land on today is, what if we just decided every morning, every day, today I'm going to make a difference. Start there. If you don't know what your big life purpose is, if you don't know what your assignment for the season is, start there. Today I'm going to make a difference. That is the bottom line of living on purpose, living with some intention. I'm Michele Gooch with Life by Design. I recognize that all of us want to live on purpose. We all want direction in our life. And I also understand that life gets in the way and that we sometimes second guess ourselves. So we don't know who we are, and so we can't live with that kind of intention. I get that. And none of us, I don't believe any of us, should have to live second guessing, doubting ourselves about who we are or what we need to be doing. So I have had the privilege of coming up with a formula, a kind of framework to help us move from where we are to where we really want to be, to who we were really designed to be. And if that's something you're interested in, you can find me online at lifebydesign.guru, www.lifebydesign.guru. I'll see you next Wednesday at 1.